Hello guys and girls, I'm from India, basically from Mumbai. I want to speak about this an issue that was in really that's quite we should talk about. It's about net neutrality. Now, net neutrality is basically a free equal access to all websites, all whether internet contents like apps, Google's or services, every single thing will have equal access, equal speed, equal kind of access rights to all websites. Now, take an example things a big corporation like Flipkart, which is e-commerce website. Now, internet service provided to Flipkart, the e-commerce website, would be equal. The internet service or internet speed would be equally access given to Flipkart would be as equal to as an internet service or internet speed been provided to a small blog that was started by an Indian guy or girl somewhere in parts of India. Now, net neutrality is things that its basic concept is equal access to all the contents, regardless whether it's by some big corporation or whether it's by some car started by small guy or girl as a form of blog. Net neutrality is quite important because things that it is the real democracy that has been brought up by Sir Timberley, who was the founder of the World Wide Web. He said things that all internet should be equally accessed, all services should be equally accessed. It should not be certain services should be accessed much at quicker rate or faster rate, but the point is the internet should be free, and that's what net neutrality is all about. But recently there has been certain corporations like Airtel, especially Airtel. They started a service called Airtel Zero. Now what they're trying to say is certain services like Skype, Facebook and big other internet services like Flipkart and everything, they would get more priority over any other websites. Like I said, a blog, they will get more priority internet access and more, you can say, a priority to other websites like this blog. Now this is not just about blogs or some small, but thing is, just consider an example. There's some small startup that's been made up by a group of IIT people or an engineering guys. They want to make up another big e-commerce website. Now the e-commerce website, they want to start it. They have even better services, better ideas to compare to the Flipkart. Now just because Flipkart is big corporation, now they have signed up with Airtel Zero. Now just think, they have signed up with Airtel. They're providing custom, they are providing enough money to Airtel so that they could get into faster lane. They have quite priority access over this startup website. Now this is what is the Airtel is trying to do. Airtel Zero is trying to provide a certain services should get a priority over any other web services or web startups that has been brought up in internet. So now the Flipkart will provide enough customs and everything. Now Airtel will provide Flipkart into a different lane called fast lane. They would get faster access, quicker access compared to this startup. Now this is not idea of net neutrality. Net neutrality means, idea of net neutrality means the startup company, that is e-commerce website, would get equal access rights or access speed as compared to Flipkart. So this is what people's choice is. This is what key important issue of net neutrality. People's choice is quite important. It's not a corporation will set up certain standards. This website would get more priority compared to this website. There's nothing. Net neutrality doesn't mean any prioritized. It means neutral. That's what net neutrality is. But the corporations like Airtel are trying to stop it. They are trying to provide certain services, given more priority to them compared to the startups. Now this is quite important thing, especially to young teenagers. Now net neutrality, why it's important to us, because now try to imagine certain for simple thing as WhatsApp. WhatsApp was created by an American guy. He was not a big billionaire. He was not a big company. He was a small guy who just started this app. Now, because of net neutrality, he could allow. He was able to spread this app. You can say he was able to share it with a lot of people. So, people shared it with a lot of people. So, thing is, it became a worldwide phenomenon. It was because of net neutrality he could have got it. But if there were no net neutrality, if there would be certain, you can say, priority access like Airtel Zero, there would be priority access. Then the guy of WhatsApp had to provide some money to this Airtel guy Zero to get into the fast lane so that he could have his app get popular among internet. So now he had to pay certain amount to this Airtel companies or telecom companies. Now because of this, he would have to be able to charge certain services that was in WhatsApp. But because of net neutrality, none of that happened. Most of the services in WhatsApp are free. You access WhatsApp is just because net neutrality, it was become popular and you were able to use WhatsApp. And similarly, Hike is a great example, an alternative over WhatsApp. It was because of a net neutrality, even High could have reached a lot of people, regardless whether WhatsApp exists or not. Now, this is quite important for us because we use a lot of websites like torrents and Daily Cafe and a lot of big websites. That is not big website. It's started by a small group of people as if to share a lot of access, share a lot of content with people, regardless of like they have services or not. So we use a lot of these services. Like torrents is there, like Meta Cafe, Daily Motions. These are some of the video servicing which is alternative to YouTube. Kikash is where you download a lot of movies and you access a lot of movies and musics. Now, because at Airtel Zero, which is kind of hampering net neutrality, you could not access this website as quicker as compared to other websites. So your internet access would hamper. Now, why this important issue into India? Because things that internet access is not that better in India. It's still a lot of lagging. We have one of like top, even down to below hundreds when it comes to internet speed and everything. So when this would occur, it would really not be good for a lot of Indian websites or any other websites all over the world. That is not big time corporations. They have been started by a group of people as all organizations kind of thing. Now, in US recently net neutrality was an issue that is fought over by consumers. Now, amazing interesting thing is that it wasn't supported by corporations like Google, Yahoo as to support net neutrality, because things at that particular time, even Google and Yahoo were kind of startups. So they could not have gotten where they are if it wasn't for net neutrality. Now, Airtel Zero is recently being supported by Flipkart, which is strange and awful because Flipkart also would not be where it is if it wouldn't be for net neutrality. Now, it is strange to think of why Flipkart would do that because I don't know, but this is quite an important issue, especially for young guys, viewers who use WhatsApp and Instagram and a lot of other services. This is a key issue because thing is that if it will be if net neutrality will bring down, and Airtel Zero and all other such we can say the priority kind of service internet telecom services would be there, all the free softwares, all the freewares that we've been using would be chargeable at certain point, or certain features will be chargeable, which is not be good for all of us. For example, we could not share. For example, the WhatsApp, if they would get they want to get prior to that, if they have to pay a certain amount of money to Airtel to get into the fast lane, so their content get access quickly, they would have to charge certain services. For example, they would charge like beyond 100 photos, you get charged for $10 a month or some $20 a month. They would charge it because thing is that even they have to make money, so they could come up with better versions of the WhatsApp. Net neutrality prevents such things. They allows everyone to free access. Now, this is one of things it's important for you. Net neutrality is an issue. You should look up over internet. You should find more information about it. Try to support net neutrality issue. Try to share information on net neutrality on WhatsApp, Twitter, Facebook, Twitter, everywhere you can find. Spread the awareness. Make sure the people understand what net neutrality is. Try to make sure their anger and their reason, they're made understood basically what the hell is going on, why it's important for them. And I think so you should also make sure that things that you speak up among people, and make sure that any conversation you have in college or at office, try to make sure to bring up this issue. This is quite important. Maybe some of you guys carry up some YouTube videos regarding why it should not be there, everything, and make sure you basically think is that you participate to support net neutrality. Make sure internet remains neutral. It's not be any restriction. Thank you.